Welcome back to another episode of Plane Spotting today. Right now, I don't know if I can see it, but there is a Delta Airlines Boeing 7667. If I can find it again. There it is. That little speck right there, that's a Boeing 767. And that is Delta Airlines going from here to, well, not from here, Atlanta to Zurich. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we have I don't know if you can tell, but we have a Southwest flight that's about to fly over us. I'll keep you updated on that. It is so hard to see right now, but because it's so bright, but the plane is moving in closer. You might be able to see the little contrails, but that is a Southwest flight. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. So like I was saying, right over by those trees, that's a Southwest flight heading from New York to Orlando, a 737-700. Then right there, we have a United flight, or American Eagle flight. I do not know. That just came out of nowhere. I'll keep you updated on that. That one just came out of nowhere. And it's not really showing on the radar, so yeah. But then we have the Southwest flight. And I'm pretty sure we have a British Airways coming our way, an 787 going to Dallas-Fort Worth from London Heathrow. I'll keep you guys updated. Right now, we have a United Airlines plane flying over us. I'll try to find it. Oh, it's right there. See that little plane right there? That's a United Airlines plane. There was an American Eagle flight. There was the United Airlines flight. That other flight that jumped in front of the Southwest, that was an American Eagle flight going from Washington, D.C. to Columbia. This United one is a Boeing 737-8, and it is going from Newark to Tampa. And then we have a JetBlue plane. If I could get a good view of it. We have a JetBlue plane right there. And I'll have to see where it's going. I'll come back to you guys for that. It's going from Boston to Orlando. And that is the JetBlue flight. It's an A320. And next up, right above us, I'll be back to you guys for that one. Right now is a 787-9 British Airways. You got that right. British Airways going from London Heathrow to Mexico City. And we don't really see a lot of British Airways, so that's very unexpected. And we will keep you guys updated on more flights that fly over us today. That is a crazy plane right there. British Airways. When have I ever seen one? We're back here again. Next up, we have this other plane flying over us. I cannot get a good view of it. Sorry if the camera's really bad, by the way. And, oh my gosh, it will not let me zoom in that well. I have to hold it at a weird angle, but that is WestJet. That is a WestJet flight. There is a WestJet flight flying over us from Orlando. It's a 737-800, and it's flying from Orlando to Toronto. And yes, that right there is WestJet. That's a better view of it. Alright, I'll see you guys when the next plane flies over, which should be soon. Back, guys. Well, we have a Cessna 172 right over there that's landing. And then right up there is an Air Canada Rouge A321 landing. Well, not landing. It's going from Montreal to Orlando, Florida. And yeah, that is one of the planes that we rarely see. And that is, you can't tell, but it is Air Canada Rouge. Really cool plane. If you could tell why we're not going to be filming probably not going to be filming the planes that are flying over us right now, it's because, so normally they would fly over us, but for some reason their flight path is pushing them away from us, and they're like turning all the way, so basically they're not really flying over us anymore. So That's why we're not really filming those planes. And plus, it's all just American anyway. And I don't really care about American. I see them all the time. They're nothing exciting. So yeah, the ones up, like, and plus the ones way up in the sky, they're more exciting than the ones that just fly over us. Because the only ones that fly over us are American, 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 American. Sometimes Frontier, American, American, American. It's not really good. So I'll get back to you guys when the next plane flies over. Everybody, flying over us right now, believe it or not, we have another British Airways, a 787-10, going from Houston to London. 2 British Airways in a day. That is unexpected. We don't really get a lot of British Airways. So yeah, that is very unexpected. And I thought that would be Delta for a second, but nope, that's British Airways. Yeah, I'll get to you guys when the next plane flies over. We got some weird plane flying over. I think it's Mesa Airlines. I'll get you back to you guys when I know what actually airlines it is. So it's actually a United Express going from Washington, D.C. to Columbia. It's right there. It's an Embraer E170. Alright, I'll get you guys back when the next plane flies over. And there's a Southwest that's going to fly over soon, and a Frontier as well. Southwest flight. I don't know if you guys could see, because for some reason my camera's acting weird. You might be able to see the contrails, but that's like about it, because my camera is acting weird. There we go. And it's 737-8 that's going from Lancaster to New York to Orlando, Florida. Yeah, that's a Southwest flight. And then right there, right above us, is a Frontier flight. And I'm going to go see where that's heading. I'll be back with you guys when I know what type of plane that is and where it's heading. That is a A320 NX going from Trenton, New Jersey. It's Frontier Airlines. It's going from Trenton, New Jersey to Jacksonville, Florida. Yep. Just a Frontier, just a lonely Frontier Airlines. Nothing special. Yeah, and yeah, I'll see you guys when the next plane comes. Got a United Airlines Airbus A319 going from Washington, D.C. to Jacksonville, Florida. But I don't know if you're able to see, because these planes are so far away and my camera doesn't really go in that far. Doesn't zoom in that far. It's hard to get those ones that are like way out there. I'll try my best to zoom in. I'm trying to get it. It's hard. There it is. That's the United Airlines plane. Guys, we have a Southwest flight over there, but first we're going to film the Cessna 172 landing. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's a Cessna 172 coming in for landing at Monroe. Oh, and we have a Delta flight too. Southwest flight next. That is a Southwest flight. If I could get the proper way to zoom in. There it is. See, those contrails are a Southwest flight going from Buffalo. It's a 737-800 going from Buffalo to Orlando. Delta plane as well, going from Atlanta to Paris. I cannot get a good view of it though. Alright, this one might not be good. Yeah, this one's not good. Sorry about this one. Sorry about this one. My camera's just being annoying. 2 in 1. So we got, I think, a Breeze Airways somewhere around here. We got JetBlue Airways going from London to New York. It's an A320. Then right above us, it's hard to get a good look, but we have a Breeze Airways A220 going from Orlando to Erie. These planes are so hard to get good views at. So, by the way, when I make these videos, so I'm trying to get good views of the plane. Sorry if you cannot see them. It's just they're so high up, and my camera is so annoying. Yeah, I'm going to probably need to get my camera fixed, but I do not know how to do that. But it is so annoying. My camera's so annoying. These planes are so high up. It's just hard to get good views. Good views of these planes. But I try to. I try my best to. I always try my best to, but it just doesn't really work a lot. So yeah, sorry if you guys aren't really gonna, but you guys probably won't be able to see the planes really well. Sorry. So yeah, sorry about that. All right, next up, Air Canada Rouge. That is an A321 Air Canada Rouge going from Toronto to Fort Lauderdale. And there's another plane flying over shortly, so we'll get you guys there. Up, we got a Virgin Atlantic going from London, not from London, Atlanta to London. And guess what it is? Virgin Atlantic, it's an A350. We don't really get a lot of them around here. Yeah, that is a Virgin Atlantic A350 going to London from Atlanta. See you guys when the next plane flies over, which should be shortly. Got a WestJet 737-800 going from Libria to Toronto. I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom in with this good, but I'll try it. I actually can. But yeah, that is WestJet. That is a WestJet flight. The WestJet. The WestJet. And it got me blurred again. Yeah, that's 737. Guys, we got 2 Delta Airlines planes. Right now. 2. We got a 717 right there. Can't zoom in on this one or else, well, actually I can. Going from Charleston to Detroit. And then we got this one right here at A330 going from Atlanta to Frankfurt. So yeah, 2 awesome Delta Airlines planes. Alright, I'm gonna sit here and talk for a little bit. I do not know why I'm not showing my face. Mainly because I want this video to be about planes. And basically, what I want to talk about is that, okay, so the planes that are flying over us from Atlanta are not, they might look low, but they're actually pretty high, and they're usually like the big planes. And those ones fly a lot higher. And Atlanta's pretty close to here, so we get them at very low altitude because they have to start their descent at a really far out. They have to start their descent into an airport. Sorry if you guys are just looking at grass. But yeah, I promise I will do a face reveal sometime. One of my videos we will do a face reveal. Just not quite there yet. Speaking of which, that right there, I'll identify that real quick. It's a private jet. I do not know where it's going. It's a Cessna Citation. But yeah, that right there is just a private jet. So nothing really cool. We get them like all the time. Alright, we have some sort of random private jet. I think it's like a Gulfstream. Yeah, I think it's a Gulfstream landing over in Monroe. Porter Airlines it's an A2. I think it's like an Embraer or something. I do not know. I haven't really got the time to look, but it's going from like Liberia to Toronto. Where on earth is this thing? Oh, my phone is being glitchy again. Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Alright, never mind, I'm done. That plane right there, that is Allegiant Airlines. That's a 737 MAX. Going from Harrisburg to St. Petersburg. Right above us right now, we have a Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330 going from Atlanta to, I think it's, Monarchy? I don't know. Hang on. From London to Atlanta to Manchester, Virgin Atlantic, Boeing 777. Not 777. Next up, we have another Delta. Can't really get a good view of it. This is A330neo. Do you want to know where it's going from? No! Too much! Too much! It's going... Oh my gosh. Yep. I do not like zooming in on these things. It's going... This plane is going from Atlanta to Lagos. A330neo for Delta Airlines. Alright. So, we're getting down to the wire here. We're gonna pause pretty soon, clean up storage, and create a video. Like a move, and put all the clips together, and then we'll be back for more. But there's a Southwest flight and a JetBlue flight that are coming our way. If I could I'll show you. There's a JetBlue flight right there. It's about to fly over us. Then a Southwest flight right there. And once the Southwest flight passes, then we're gonna clean up the storage. Then we're gonna stop for now, clean up the storage, and we're gonna end that video. And we're gonna end that video, and then we'll be back for part 2. I promise. Next up, we got a JetBlue flight, Airbus A320, going from New York to Orlando. I think it's like Sycor, New York or something. Yeah, that is JetBlue. And then, like I said, we have a Southwest flight coming up. And then I'm gonna go check first. Then I'm gonna go then I'm gonna end this video here and make a part 2. I promise. I see the Southwest flight. It is going from Baltimore to Savannah. It is a 737-800. I don't know if you could see it, but I could see the Southwest flight. Trying to zoom in. Again, my camera's not the best at all. If I don't get a good shot on this one, we'll get one more before we end the video. One more plane that's like really close. Not like these ones way out here are really hard to get. Sorry about that. Yeah, these ones way out here are like really hard to get. Alright. I know. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. That's the Southwest flight. We're gonna get one more because this one was really hard. And like one more really good one. And then we'll end the video there and make a part 2. I promise we will make a part 2. Well, we couldn't find any planes that are flying like right over us, but we did fly in this Southwest one. This one's actually pretty close, closer than the other ones, and it's a 737-8 going from Baltimore, Maryland to Sanca, Florida. And I zoomed in too much and it's getting blurry, and there it is. Yep. We'll try to get one that's flying right over us, then we'll end the video. Now, there is a Delta flight coming in, and that's probably going to be our last flight of this video, because I cannot find, like, any other flights. And I'm really trying to end this video, because I need as much storage as possible. And I want to end on a good plane. So I'll see you guys when the Delta Airlines gets here, and we have another Southwest flying over, but we're not going to worry about that one. As you can see, right there. There's another Southwest flying over, but I'm not really worried about it. There's 2. But again, not really worried about it. They're way too far out. So, and I need as much storage as possible, so I am going to just end on this if this Delta Airlines flight flies over. I'm just going to end on that. We're going to end it off with two. First up, Breeze Airways A220, right there, going from Burlington to Orlando. Next up, the one you've all been waiting for. If I could get the plane. Come on. Stinking plane. There it is. The one you've all been waiting for this video. And it's doing it again. It's blurring out again. The Delta Airlines going to New York. From Atlanta to Newark. 737-900 Delta Airlines. Thank you, AirNav Radar, for sponsoring today's video. And subscribe down below, and I will see you for a part 2 of this airline spotting videos. Peace out.